Your heart works 100,000 times every single day, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of vessels, and what you keep in your home might be silently supporting or sabotaging this incredible system. Scientific studies from NASA and leading universities have discovered that certain houseplants don't just beautify your space, they actively regulate blood pressure, reduce heart stress, and create an environment where cardiovascular health thrives naturally. Today, I'm revealing 10 powerful houseplants that seniors absolutely need, and plant number 1 will shock you. Drop a comment telling me which country you're watching from, and smash that like button and subscribe for more life-changing natural health discoveries. Plant number 10, Peace Lily. The peace lily, scientifically known as Spathiphyllum, stands as a remarkable guardian of cardiovascular wellness in your home. This elegant plant with its white blooms does something extraordinary. It removes harmful toxins like benzene, formaldehyde, and trichloroethylene from indoor air. Research from NASA's Clean Air Study demonstrated that peace lilies can remove up to 60% of airborne toxins within 24 hours. Why does this matter for your heart? Because these volatile organic compounds increase oxidative stress in your cardiovascular system, causing inflammation in blood vessel walls and elevating blood pressure. When seniors breathe cleaner air consistently, their hearts don't have to work as hard to compensate for toxic exposure. The peace lily thrives in low-light conditions and requires minimal watering, making it perfect for seniors with limited mobility. Additionally, the very act of caring for this plant provides gentle physical activity and purpose, both of which studies show can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 10 points. The visual appeal of its white flowers also triggers relaxation responses in the brain, reducing the stress hormone cortisol, which directly impacts heart rate variability. Plant number 9, snake plant. Snake plant, or Sansevieria trifasciata, performs a nighttime miracle that most plants cannot. It releases oxygen after dark while simultaneously absorbing carbon dioxide. For seniors with sleep apnea or breathing difficulties that strain the cardiovascular system, this becomes transformative. A study published in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that bedroom air quality directly correlates with sleep quality, and poor sleep is one of the strongest predictors of hypertension in older adults. The snake plant's unique crassulacean acid metabolism means it continues purifying air throughout the night, ensuring that seniors breathe cleaner, more oxygen-rich air during those critical hours when the body repairs cardiovascular damage. This plant is virtually indestructible, requiring water only once every 2 to 3 weeks, making it ideal for seniors who might forget regular watering schedules. The architectural beauty of its sword-like leaves provides visual interest without overwhelming small spaces. Research from the University of Technology, Sydney found that indoor plants like snake plants can reduce carbon dioxide levels by up to 25%, which means less strain on the heart to oxygenate blood effectively. The reduction in airborne particulates also means less inflammation in blood vessels, which is crucial for maintaining healthy blood pressure levels. Plant number 8, lavender. Lavender, or Lavandula angustifolia, brings the power of aromatherapy directly into your living space with profound cardiovascular benefits. Clinical trials published in the European Journal of Cardiovascular Nursing demonstrated that inhaling lavender essential oil for just 15 minutes significantly decreased blood pressure, heart rate, and skin temperature in participants, indicating a shift toward parasympathetic nervous system dominance, the rest and digest state your heart desperately needs. For seniors dealing with chronic stress, anxiety, or insomnia, having a living lavender plant provides continuous, gentle exposure to these therapeutic compounds. The linalool and linaloyl acetate in lavender's fragrance interact with neurotransmitter systems to reduce the fight-or-flight response that keeps blood pressure elevated. Growing lavender indoors requires bright light and well-draining soil, but the cardiovascular rewards are extraordinary. Studies show that regular exposure to lavender can reduce systolic blood pressure by up to 10 millimeters of mercury in hypertensive individuals. The plant's purple blooms also provide chromotherapy benefits, purple wavelengths have been shown to promote calmness and reduce heart rate. For seniors taking multiple medications, the natural calming effect of lavender can potentially reduce the need for additional pharmaceutical interventions, though this should always be discussed with healthcare providers. Plant number 7. Aloe vera. Aloe vera, scientifically called Aloe barbadensis Miller, serves as both an air purifier and a living pharmacy for cardiovascular support. This succulent removes formaldehyde and benzene from indoor air while providing a gel that contains over 75 potentially active compounds, including vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support heart health. Research published in the Journal of Environmental Science and Health found that aloe vera can remove up to 90% of formaldehyde from enclosed spaces within 24 hours. Formaldehyde exposure has been linked to increased blood pressure and cardiac arrhythmias in epidemiological studies. For seniors, having aloe vera in the bedroom or living area creates a continuously purified environment. The plant requires minimal care, just bright, indirect light and watering every 3 weeks. What makes aloe vera particularly valuable is that its gel can be applied topically or consumed in small amounts, providing bioactive compounds that have demonstrated blood pressure lowering effects in clinical trials. A study in the British Journal of General Practice found that aloe vera consumption helped reduce fasting blood glucose and improved lipid profiles in pre-diabetic individuals, addressing multiple cardiovascular risk factors simultaneously. The plant's thick, sculptural leaves add visual interest while requiring almost no maintenance, perfect for seniors who want maximum health benefits with minimum effort. Plant number 6, English ivy. English ivy, known scientifically as Hedera helix, possesses extraordinary abilities to filter airborne mold particles and fecal matter particles that can trigger inflammatory responses affecting cardiovascular health. A groundbreaking study by the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology found that English ivy removed 78% of airborne mold within just 12 hours. Why is this critical for heart health? Because chronic inflammation from mold exposure activates immune responses that damage blood vessel linings and promote atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries that leads to heart attacks and strokes. For seniors living in older homes where mold might be present in walls or ventilation systems, English ivy acts as a living air filter. This trailing plant thrives in moderate light and prefers consistent moisture, making it relatively easy to maintain. The visual effect of its cascading vines creates a connection to nature that research shows can lower blood pressure through a phenomenon called biophilia, our innate tendency to seek connections with nature. Studies conducted at Kansas State University demonstrated that patients recovering from surgery who had plants in their rooms required less pain medication and had lower blood pressure readings than those without plants. The same mechanism applies to seniors managing chronic cardiovascular conditions. The presence of living greenery triggers healing responses at the neurological level. Plant number 5, spider plant. Spider plant, or Chlorophytum comosum, stands out as one of the most effective plants for removing carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide, two invisible gases that significantly stress the cardiovascular system. Research from the University of Georgia found that spider plants can remove up to 95% of toxic formaldehyde from the air in just 24 hours. Carbon monoxide is particularly dangerous for seniors because it reduces the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity, forcing the heart to pump harder to deliver adequate oxygen to tissues. Even low-level chronic exposure to carbon monoxide, common in homes with gas appliances or attached garages, can elevate blood pressure and increase heart attack risk. The spider plant neutralizes these threats while being one of the easiest plants to grow and propagate. It produces baby plantlets that can be shared with friends and family, providing social connection opportunities that also benefit heart health. Social isolation is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease in seniors. The plant's arching leaves and cascading babies create dynamic visual interest that keeps the mind engaged. Studies in the journal Hort Science have shown that actively caring for plants improves grip strength, dexterity, and provides light physical activity that supports circulation. The spider plant requires only indirect light and weekly watering, making it perfect for seniors with various mobility levels. Plant number 4, Areca palm. The areca palm, scientifically named Dipsis lutescens, functions as a natural humidifier while simultaneously purifying air, a dual action that profoundly benefits cardiovascular health. Studies conducted by agricultural scientists have shown that this palm can remove significant amounts of toluene and xylene from indoor air while transpiring nearly 1 liter of water per day, increasing indoor humidity levels. Why does humidity matter for heart health? Research published in the American Journal of Epidemiology found that low indoor humidity increases blood viscosity, making blood thicker and forcing the heart to work harder to pump it through vessels. For seniors, especially during winter months when heating systems dry indoor air, this increased cardiac workload can trigger hypertensive crises. The areca palm naturally maintains humidity between 40 to 60%, the optimal range for cardiovascular function. Its feathery fronds create a tropical atmosphere that reduces psychological stress. Studies show that viewing plants with complex leaf patterns engages the brain's attention in a restorative way that lowers cortisol and subsequently reduces blood pressure. This palm prefers bright, indirect light and consistent moisture, thriving with weekly watering. The gentle rustling of its fronds with air movement provides subtle sound therapy that research has linked to reduced anxiety and lower heart rate. For seniors with respiratory conditions that complicate heart health, the humidifying effect can prevent the airway irritation that causes coughing fits that spike blood pressure dangerously. Plant number 3, Gerbera daisy. Gerbera daisy, or Gerbera jamesoni, delivers powerful cardiovascular benefits through its exceptional oxygen production and air purification capabilities. NASA's research identified Gerbera daisies as among the top plants for removing benzene, a known carcinogen that also impairs cardiovascular function by damaging bone marrow's ability to produce red blood cells. These cheerful flowering plants release high levels of oxygen at night, similar to snake plants, making them ideal for bedrooms where seniors spend significant time. Clinical research has established that higher oxygen levels during sleep improve heart rate variability, a key marker of cardiovascular health and longevity. Low heart rate variability predicts increased risk of sudden cardiac death in older adults. The vibrant colors of Gerbera daisies, available in red, orange, yellow, pink, and white, provide chromotherapy benefits that research suggests can influence autonomic nervous system function. Red and orange wavelengths have been shown to gently stimulate circulation, while pink and yellow promote feelings of joy that reduce stress hormones. A study in the journal Preventive Medicine found that exposure to colorful flowers reduced stress and negative moods in elderly participants, with corresponding decreases in blood pressure. These daisies require bright light and moderate watering, blooming repeatedly when properly cared for. The act of deadheading spent blooms provides purposeful activity that combats depression, which affects 20% of seniors and significantly increases cardiovascular disease risk through inflammatory pathways. Plant number 2, rosemary. Rosemary, scientifically known as Rosmarinus officinalis, offers profound cardiovascular protection through both its aromatic compounds and its edible leaves, rich in heart-healthy antioxidants. This woody herb contains rosmarinic acid and carnosic acid, compounds that research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry has shown reduce platelet aggregation, improve endothelial function, and exhibit ACE inhibitor-like effects similar to common blood pressure medications. Simply growing rosemary indoors and occasionally brushing against its needle-like leaves releases therapeutic volatile oils that studies show can improve cognitive function and memory, critical concerns for seniors that also relate to cardiovascular health, since cognitive decline and heart disease share common vascular pathways. The scent of rosemary has been demonstrated in controlled trials to reduce cortisol levels by up to 23%, with corresponding reductions in blood pressure and heart rate. Growing rosemary requires bright light and well-draining soil with infrequent watering, making it suitable for sunny windowsills. The ability to harvest fresh rosemary for cooking provides both culinary enjoyment and concentrated doses of cardiovascular protective compounds. Research in Phytomedicine Journal found that rosemary extract improves circulation to extremities in elderly participants, addressing the peripheral vascular disease that commonly accompanies hypertension. The vertical growth habit of rosemary makes it space efficient for small apartments, and its evergreen nature provides year-round greenery that supports consistent psychological benefits. Plant number 1. Jasmine. Jasmine, particularly Jasminum polyanthum, claims the top position for its extraordinary ability to reduce anxiety and promote the deep, restorative sleep that is absolutely essential for cardiovascular repair and blood pressure regulation. Groundbreaking research published in the Journal of Biological Chemistry discovered that the fragrance compounds in jasmine, particularly benzyl acetate and linalool, enhance GABA neurotransmitter effects in the brain with potency comparable to barbiturates and propofol, but without the dangerous side effects. This means jasmine naturally promotes the relaxation and sleep states during which your cardiovascular system undergoes critical repair processes. Studies tracking seniors with hypertension found that poor sleep quality was the single strongest modifiable risk factor for uncontrolled blood pressure, even more significant than diet or exercise adherence. Having a jasmine plant in the bedroom creates an environment conducive to falling asleep faster, sleeping more deeply, and waking less frequently, all factors that reduce nighttime blood pressure spikes that contribute to heart attacks and strokes. Research from Wheeling Jesuit University demonstrated that people who slept in rooms scented with jasmine showed reduced anxiety upon waking and improved cognitive performance throughout the day. The plant produces delicate white or pink flowers with intense fragrance, requiring bright light and regular watering. The visual beauty of jasmine's star-shaped blossoms provides aesthetic pleasure that triggers dopamine release, supporting motivation and positive mood states that protect cardiovascular health through reducing inflammatory cytokines. For seniors dealing with the stress of aging, health concerns, or loss of loved ones, jasmine offers gentle, natural support for the nervous system that directly translates to reduced cardiac workload. Take action today. Choose the plants that resonate with your living situation and care abilities. Bring them into your home and experience the profound difference that living greenery makes in your cardiovascular wellness journey.